I'm alive. I am alive. Hi, hi. I decided to do your reading just to see what's going on. I don't know why I do these at night. It just seems like the energy's better. It's easier to do. I guess I'm just a night owl. It's just hard to tell. Anyway, this is your reading for January and February of 2019 for high. Okay. I hope it finds you well. Hale and hearty. Happy, hale and hearty. Ooh, almost. Ooh, dropped that one. Dropped all those. Wow, there's one that flipped out. That's the Fool card. Look at there. The Fool card came out. That's the beginning. I've got straps over here, so even though you can't tell, I'll scoot it over so I can see it. Yeah. Anyway, this is the New Beginnings card. There's a lot of opportunities around you for new beginnings. Just, kind of try to plan them out, look ahead, mind your details. But yeah, keep your eye out. If you want to change things, keep your eye out for some new beginnings. We keep going here. I don't know why that one flipped out, but it did. Flipped up and it didn't come clear out. Shake them up again. Well, they're starting to fly out. We're going to have to go ahead and do it. This is another one that flipped out. That's the Two of Wands. You can make a choice. You're going to have to make a choice to go plains or to the mountains. So this with the Fool card, you've got a choice. You've got opportunities. At least two opportunities are around you, and probably more. Probably more. But there are at least two, and if you look around, you'll see what's going on. But you may want to take advantage of an opportunity, or you may not. The Fool card usually fills you with childlike joy, just childlike faith, and you just get really excited about whatever it is that you're doing. But you still need to kind of check the details out. Okay? Alright, let's get on with it. From now until the end of February. See what we come up with. Here we are. This crosses us. This is behind us. This is beside of us. This crowns us. Are we going to have enough room? I hope you can hear me. I kind of like this setup if I can get it to work right. I think it'll be okay. The problem is I keep putting more things on the table. You know how it is. Hey, hey, hey. And there we go to the outcome. Alrighty then. Let's see what's on the bottom. Moving away from troubled waters. Wow, you must be having either a change of jobs or a change of homes or a change of menu or something. Something's going on that it looks like in the next month or two you're going to be changing some pretty good changes there. Let's set her up there. Can we see her up there? Yeah, we can. That's cool. That's cool. That's what it looks like. Because see how this is, I'm sorry. This is the Six of Swords. Swords. The Six of Swords. And she's in a boat. She's still got swords with her. She's still got taken some of her troubles with her. But she's moving out of the rough water towards smoother water, towards better situation. So even though she's taken her troubles, at least some of them with her, or taken the troubles that are her personal troubles with her, all she's taken is her troubles. She's not taking anyone else's. And they're not stabbing her, they're just standing up there in the boat. Unless they're making holes in the boat, in which case she probably ought to shed that thing and learn to swim. But yeah, it's got the frog down here, which is one of my spirit animal peoples. Maybe that's why I don't eat frog legs. Anyway, there she is. Alrighty. These are pretty cards. I like these cards. Yeah, give me another deck too. Ooh, yeah. This is your uh yeah, at pause. You're being paused. You're in. This is the Hanging Man. You're upside down. This is a card of the sacrifice, but it's a willing sacrifice. Um, Supposedly he can get out of there any time, but I don't know. He's hanging upside down with his foot in the thing. But it's a willing sacrifice. It's also looking at something from a different perspective. There's something that you're seeing that you could look at it from another direction and see it from a different way and maybe change your your views on it or your perspective. This can be a card, but this is a card of you're hitting pause. You're not you're you're hung up. You can't go forward right now. You're being stopped. Okay. This either crosses it helps or hurts, and it doesn't look like it helps a lot. Of course, when I turned it up as well, it's sideways. Anyway, this is the Ten of Swords. This is a card of ending. So wherever you're hung up, whatever decision you're looking at, whatever you're looking at from whatever way, this is something that's going to come to an end, whether you like it or not. And you might be real upset about it, or you might be expecting it. But if you look at it from a different direction, it might help a lot. Just try not to hang on to it because it isn't going to work. It's a card of ending. And something's coming to an end. This is a basis. This is in a distant past. You have opportunities again. Again. Opportunities have surrounded you before. And of course, this card came out before. This is a double. You've still got opportunities. You've got bunches of opportunities around you. But you feel kind of like the fool from the past. For some reason, you feel like you've acted too hastily in the past. And you might act too hastily again. Make sure you give it a little thought here before you jump into anything. Because even though he's talented, very talented person, the fool is. He's juggling all the signs of the zodiac and he's whirling things around his feet and everything. Even though he's talented, he tends to not watch where he's going because he just has childlike faith. A lot of the decks will show him as someone that's just walking off the edge of a cliff with his head in the air. I kind of like this one the better. But anyway, you watch where you're going, both in the physical life and, just don't be looking up in the air and trying to walk at the same time. But also, in any opportunities and proposals, just think it over. You're hitting pause, so you're giving it some thought. You're upset about this ending. This is not a happy ending for you. You're not happy about this clearing out. This will clear out, and the stars also say this. This will clear out that which is no longer of use to you. You don't, it isn't that you don't want it or you don't not attached to it. It's just that you don't need it anymore. And sometimes when you get downright to it, this can clear out stuff that you wish you'd have cleared out years ago. And you can help clear out things if you go ahead and clear out things and end things. It may not be all that painful, but anyway, let's push on. What's the recent past? Ooh, the Ace of Sword. The truth has been revealed. Something is. This is a card of power and of triumph and of victory, but it's not without work. This is something you've earned. This is a victory you've earned. This is triumph that you've earned. You've worked for and you've earned it. But this is also the sword. The sword cuts through to the truth. It lends itself towards justice. But yeah, this is the Ace of Sword. It can also be the beginning of something. But yeah, all aces are like the beginnings. Are beginnings a lot of times. But it can also be the beginning of some or a study. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we'll probably come back to that. But that's revealing of a truth too. Um, this is the present. Oh, the Ace of Cups. Look at that. Two aces, the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is an emotional, it's the beginning of a beautiful relationship. It's or some kind of a wonderful thing that you really like. And that's in the present. Something that you're doing right now is something that you're really liking, that you're yeah, the ace is the beginning. And this is cut through the truth and you've seen what you really like. This has cut away the bullshit. And you're seeing what you really want, what you really, really want. Hmm. See if we'll take advantage because you're going to be ending something and you're going to be beginning something. And this is, or you are in the present. This is you, and this is now, and this is the present. This is a very recent past when you discovered this truth that you wanted this thing, whatever it is that you want. I'm sorry I can't be more specific, but I really just don't know what it is that you want. Okay, let's see what you do about it in the future. Ooh, Four of Wands, happiness, stability. This is also a card of the home. This is a good card, the Four of Wands. This is um maybe you decided you wanted a new home, but that's what this is. A nice see the people there, they're all happy and there's bunny rabbits they're running around and there's dragonfly flying around. Can you see that card? I don't know. I think you can. It is my belief that you can see this card. But yeah, and fours are a sign of stability. The Four of Wands always reminded me of a table, just a stable table, a stable table. And the wands are like legs. You see, and that's why the four always reminded me of stable and the flowers are happy, and I think it's a real pretty scene. I just think it's gorgeous, but it's a card of happiness and fulfillment. So whatever decision you're making now, it looks like it's the right thing to do, whatever it is that you're doing. Whatever it is that you're wanting to begin. You're moving forward and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Well, what is your this is your fears. This is the position of your worries and fears and the King of Pentacles, you're worried about not having money. You're worried about the King of Pentacles is maybe a banker. Could be somebody connected, like a farmer, to the land. Pentacles, see, they're green, they're earth sign. This is a clue of what they're connected to too. When it's a green up here, it's the earth sign. It's a money. It's a that's the pentacle is a money, and it like a banker. Um, Now, the swords, if it was the King of Swords, it'd be more like a lawyer or a judge or something like that. But this is more like a farmer because he's connected to the earth, the green, the growing, and or money guy. Usually he's pretty stable. But this is who you're worrying about. This is who you're uneasy about. You're either uneasy because you don't know if you're going to have enough money, or maybe it's something about land. I don't know. But yeah, this feels like finances. This is what you're worrying about here. Or it could be a guy that has control over a farmer or a banker that has control over your finances and you don't like it. That's a possibility too. This is the surrounding. This is what your family, your neighbors. This is and the surrounding aura, the surrounding circumstances and whatnot are. This is how other people see the situation here, the endings and the beginnings and all this. Ooh, the tower. Wow. They don't think that this is a good thing. They think you've made a big mistake. But the tower is a lot like the Ten of Swords. It's a clearing away. The tower clears away things that were built on a bad foundation. If there is something built on the foundation of sand, the tower will take it down. Yeah, this is a card of clearing away, and this is what the surrounding area thinks, that you're clearing things away too much. They just think you're just entirely going overboard, and they can't see why you're just going blowing up everything and blah de blah. You know how they are. Well, I know how they are too. They're just a mess sometimes. But this is what they're perceiving. This is their thoughts. This is your hopes and dreams and wishes. That's what you kind of think of the situation. Ah, I'm sorry. This is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a card of abundance. This is a card of being the woman standing in her garden alone, and she has the pentacles are up and down here. She's got money. She's got finances. She's stable. It's a pentacle, so she's out in the garden, she's outside. It's the earth card. And she's enjoying nature and she's got her birds and the butterflies and stuff. This is how you kind of hope that the situation is, and this is kind of how you see the situation in spite of what the neighbors think. You don't really care what the neighbors think that much because not if you can get this. You can be happy by yourself. You don't need their approval or disapproval. This can also be family. Families can be really judgmental sometimes. You know, they never. We'll go into that another time. But anyway, this is the final outcome. Oh, the lovers. Wow. This is a card. And I don't usually have like love card readings like ever. But lately, once in a while, I've been like, I might have one out of 12. But yeah, this is a card of the lovers. This is the card of a soulmate. And just because it's a lover card, it's still a card of the soulmate. You might meet somebody here in the future. Well, by the end of February. And February, oh, wow. That could be it too, because February is whatchamacallit, February the 14th, Valentine's Day. And yeah, you could be having a pretty damn good Valentine's Day. Or you could meet somebody that's your soulmate. Or if it's your husband, you could be having a renewal of that passion and that relationship that you used to have when you were younger. But yeah, what an interesting. That's wow. That's a great ending card. Yeah. If you did, if oh, it looks like because this is overlay, you're moving away from trouble. Um, I'm gonna have to move that there. You're moving away from trouble. And that's just the overall. But right now you're suspended. You can't go right now. But you're ending something that is not happy for you. You've got to have it ended, but and you know it. But it's not a happy ending. It's a rough ending. It's hard. In the past, you had opportunities surrounding you, and you took advantage of some or didn't, whichever way you went. But you had a lot of opportunities that filled you with a bunch of hope and of enthusiasm and in childish faith. You were just totally up with it. And then you in the not so distant past, something became clear to you. You cut through the clouds, and you've been working, and you've come to the realization that you need to take care of you. You need to begin something that will fulfill you, that will make you happy, that will give you ease and comfort you and make you happy. Because that's the Ace of Cups. Cups is emotion. See the gold? I think that's cool. But anyway, cups are emotion. This is an emotional start. This is the start of something that you really want. And you cut through the bullshit, and you've got all your other stuff done. Card of triumph and victory, and you've got this other stuff done, justice. And now it's time for you. Now it's the time for right now. It's the time for you to start something for you. And you see with the eye. You see what you need to put in your cup. You see what you need to fulfill you, and you move toward it. And you find happiness. You find your happy place here. You're worried about not having enough finances. You're worried about someone stopping you. You're worried about someone in power stopping you. Are you allowing them to stop you in some way? You're worried about not having enough money or not having enough backing to get this done. That's what you're worrying about. And your neighbors and your family or whatever, whoever is watching, just think that you've made a total faux pas of the whole thing, and that why would you ever do something like this? Why would you even end any of this stuff and start something new, and you don't know where you're going, and you probably don't have the money, and you've just blown it all up. But actually, what happens is that you're quite happy with the decisions that you've made after you get over the worry about it and go ahead and get it done. And you may be alone. I don't know. You might be alone, but whatever, if you are alone, you will be financially stable within yourself. You won't have to depend on another person, and you may have another person there to depend on, but you won't have to depend on them. And they're looking at you too. They might think twice about being an asshole too if you don't have to depend on them. It's hard to tell. But you end up either, you know, you end up totally happy with somebody. You end up with finding a soulmate or renewing your vows or whatever. You end up very happy in the end. And that's the end of February. Wow, that's really a really nice reading. That took a different twist there. Well, I don't control the cards. I just say what they are. But that's cool. Isn't that a pretty card? This is a major arcana card. This is a soulmate card. This could be male or female. It could be romantic. It could not be romantic. This is just how it's portrayed. Pro, portrayed. But it's a well, look at the dolphins back there. I don't know. Maybe you should go to the ocean and see the dolphins. That might be fun. But yeah, it looks like you're going to have a heck of a good time for the next couple of months. You're going to have not a good time the whole time. You're going to have some upsets. You're going to have some painful moments. You're going to feel stymied and stuck. But you'll have a chance to look at things from a different perspective because you know you're going to end up here. But while you're stuck here, you look at things from a different point of view, and you can get these things to fall out where they don't. Things have to end. Things go in a cycle, just like the little wheel there. Things go cycling around. Things got to go forward eventually, but things got to end before they can begin. Nature abhors a void, but you got to void first. Ha. Okay. But you're going to end up really in a better spot, wherever it is, in spite of what they think. If you're going to have this card anywhere, that's one of the best places to have the dang thing, as far as I'm concerned. But then that's just me because I'm not that concerned about what other people think. But anyway, it looks like you're going to have an interesting couple of months and you're going to end up in a good spot. And I'm really happy. So just take care of yourself. Watch where you're stepping. Watch where you're going. Don't walk around with your head in the clouds. This sword, if you haven't already uncovered the truth, then you will very soon. Or if you haven't already gotten victory, you will very soon. Or triumph, you will very soon. Because this is very recent past or just passing off. Cards kind of blend together. They don't always just whack. That's why when you go from now to the end of February, it may go to the end of February, it might dribble over into March, but it's getting there in that general area. But we'll check in and see what it's doing later, because that's a ways. Okay? That's a great ending. That's a great outcome card, though. Hi. Alrighty, I'll talk to you later. Ta ta for now. See if I can figure out how to shut this thing off.